those around you to have a different example that they could choose from?
Well, for me, my biggest regret is I wish I would have went to college. Like, for me, what I could have did as an alternative was just, at that age, I was hustling at 14. So there was no real alternative because I wasn't going to be running no Fortune 500 company at 14. So at 14 years old, my behind should have stayed in school. You understand what I'm saying? I should have stayed in school, and I should have, how can I say it? My alternative was just to educate myself better on quality of life. You know, I just was of the mindset that that's all that was there for me, was the streets.
So that's great. Did you have both of your parents growing up?
No, I didn't have both of my parents. I grew up with my mother. Me and my father is estranged. Like, see, I had like a troubled childhood because of my father. And it's like when I was young, he wasn't around, but he was around. So I had that type of stuff to deal with. Like, the worst thing in the world is to actually see your father, but he's not there for you.
What do you mean?
Like, my father used to come around, but he never did anything for me. He never taught me anything. He never like came to none of my basketball games. He never threw me a birthday party. He never spent personal time with me, like took me to the movies or stuff like that. But he was just around. So he was like a deadbeat, but that was just around. So that kind of messed me up more. And then my mother had like 5 kids, so she was working, and she was a single mom. So it was like she had to do what she had to do just to have us with lights on and food on the table. So that's how I had a clear path to the streets, because I wasn't really supervised.
See, the reason why I was asking you that question is because in the work that I do, you see there's two sides of a coin. Like, someone could grow up and both of so someone could grow up with your same example that you just shared, right? And they could have kids and they could repeat the same exact thing. But then you have some people who go through something so traumatic and something so life-changing that they do exactly the opposite, and they're the most incredible parents in the world.
I think that's the path that I chose. Of
course.
Because, like, for
you
me,
would think, like, you was watching, like you said, the Cosby Show was out of reach. Like, that wasn't for me. But in a sense, what you're creating, you're creating like a little Cosby Show type of atmosphere. And that's not what you were brought up with.
No, because exactly what you said. Like, for me, I took my pain and I said I would never translate it onto my children, because I know what it felt like. And that's one thing I could never understand, especially with men. Like, if you know what it feels like to grow up without a father, why would you install that into another child? So, like, for me, the pain was made, like, ever since I was little, I wanted to be a husband and a father. So I always said to myself, I'm going to be the best father and the best husband I could be. So it was just in me like that. So the way that I am today, that's what I always wanted to do. So it wasn't like, it was like my destiny. But like I always say, like, my father didn't teach me nothing, but he taught me everything. And what I mean by that is I learned from his mistakes and I knew not to make them again. So, like, me and him, we don't speak still to this day. We not really cool, but I always go back to the things he didn't do, and I say, that's something that I would never do. So, you know, people always have to take their mishaps and turn it around. As only the strong survive. If you let something break you, then you're broken. You see, sometimes the things that's the most harshest to you is going to make you the strongest. And then when you at your strongest, you make the best decisions. Because life is about the choices you make. And then you got to deal with the consequences. Because, like, you can choose how you can choose the choice you make, but you can't choose the consequences. So, like, I chose to be a father. I chose to be a husband. I chose to be present in my children's life and very, very, like, proactive with them. So I teach them manners. I teach them how to cook. I teach them how to survive. I teach them everything. So in return, the consequences of that is that I'm just trying to raise good children.
That's really dope. I see that, let me see. I wanted to also ask you about, you talked previously about our leaders, as far as Black leaders and the difference between rappers and leaders and things of that nature. The pulse in the hip hop industry right now it's very hard for these kids to determine the two. Like, I'm not Jay-Z. I'm a huge fan of Jay-Z, but in my opinion, Jay-Z doesn't show enough.
He's not a leader,
right? And you said that, you articulated that very well previously. But my thing is, how do we? I don't know how to word it.
How do we bestow the leaders of our community? Like, how do we give that title to somebody?
Yeah, because here it is. I love, and I told you this previously, that you had this one video on your Instagram page, and it was when you was washing your daughter's hair, and it's something so little to me. I mean, it's something probably even smaller to you because it's just a way of, you just do what you got to do. But I think that and when it comes to leadership, there's some people, and again, I'm not knocking Jay-Z for this. I'm just saying that we have better leaders, or leaders that you can actually see them living it, more than the things that we can't see, and we make up this facade of what we think that this person is doing.
Exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. And you know what it is? It's again, like I said, like with the KRS-One thing. Our people are so designed and programmed to love luxury things and people who have these things, and they start to bestow that type of respect on them. Like, if a guy has a lot of money or a big car or nice jewelry, they consider him a leader, or they consider him somebody. That doesn't necessarily make them somebody. Like, I have a bunch of friends that know me personally that will post a Jay-Z picture and make him seem so glorious, and they never met this man a day in their life, but won't post a picture of me washing my daughter's hair. Like, they would assume Jay-Z is more of a leader because of his stature in the music industry, but he's not teaching them anything really. Okay, the 444 album, the financial stuff he's talking about, I talk about that all the time. But my actual friends won't post that of me saying it, but they'll post it of Jay-Z saying it. So I know totally what you're saying. But then you got to look at one thing too. He's at a place now where he's trying to turn around. But see, that's karma, and that's when a person feels a certain type of way about what they did. Now, I'm gonna explain something to you, and this is real talk. We love to, and I say we, it's not really me, but I'm saying we as a people, we love to glorify village killers. And I'm going to tell you what a village killer is. A village killer is a person that will destroy their village for personal gain. Now, I'm going to give you a prime example, right? In the beginning, Jay-Z rapped about selling drugs, killing people, doing this, doing that. So the legions of fans that he gained through talking all of that negativity, he made people aspire to do that. So for that one person to make all the money, look how much people he destroyed mindsets. So it's like saying, okay, I'm a preach this ignorance just for me to have capital gain. And now that when he amassed the wealth, he wants to now turn it around and try to teach people how to be wealthy. But what about the legion of men that's in jail that tried to be like you from 1996 until you felt like getting your life together? Look at Lil Wayne. He killed a village. He preached drugs, lean, violence, gang culture, everything. So now all of these followers that he killed the village off for him to make $100 million. Nicki Minaj, the same thing. She's teaching, when she first came out, she was teaching little girls how to look dumb, act dumb, and talk dumb. But it's for her personal gain. She's the only one making money. But look at how all the little girls started acting stupid. And just like Little Kim, the same thing. She made a legion of girls be freaks for her personal gain.
Do you think that they know this?
Of course they know this. They don't care. It's like I said again, they will kill a village just to make money.
You just freaking helped me out. I feel the same. I see this shit, but I didn't know a name to actually call it. You have a very special way of articulating simple shit. Like, that's exactly what it is, village. Because now I didn't know, because you shared that with me before, but this time I think you said it more impactful and articulated it better. But I didn't know that they knew. But
they have to know.
Yeah.
No, because you got to understand something. When Nicki Minaj stopped acting stupid and started rapping with some sense, she fell off the map. Now it's about Cardi B. She's acting stupid and dumb. That's who the powers that be puts in power. You see, Jay-Z started talking about financial success. He gets no Grammys. They put him in the front seat to make him look stupid. He wins nothing. So when you're not killing the village no more, we don't want nothing to do with you. Look at Lil Wayne. No more money. All the village killers, once you stop trying to kill a village, they don't got no use for you no more. You see what I'm saying? It's easy to spot. You have to know what you're doing. Like I said again before.
Hold on, wait. Let me get I want to get some clarity on this, just real quick. These village killers. So you said with the Nicki Minaj, once when she was acting dumb, she was at the top of the game. Then when she started rapping like she made some sense, as you said, she fell off. Now, are you saying that they only fall off in that area, in that thing? Because
it's not about falling off with her skills. It's about the powers that be. They're not putting no money behind her no more. No promotional money. She's not getting the radio spins. Look at Cardi B is getting all the radio spins. Look at all of these weirdo rappers with the tattoos on their face, with the colored hair, dressing like women and all that. They're getting all the promotion because they want our kids to dress and look and do. How could you get a job with a tattoo on your face with colorful hair? So now they're pumping that so they can destroy the village.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Yes.
And that's where the market is created at. It's always to keep us stagnant. But we have to be mindful enough to say, nah, we don't want that. Y'all can have that crazy weirdo stuff. We're not purchasing that. See, we control the market, but they control what we hear, what we see. The press is a lie. The press is is predicated off of what they want you to know, the information they want you to have. So it's the same thing with the music, everything. The Hollywood, you notice all of these white actresses that was in Hollywood, they saying that they got touched and all that. Now you look at Halle Berry and Taraji P. Henson, right?